Bar tape fitting for some people can be perceived to be a bit of a black art, with the temptation being to put it into the bike shop to get it done. But there's no need to do this. It's a simple operation, just so long as you're methodical about it. First thing to do is have your bike in a stand like this one, or a turbo trainer will do, just holds the bike whilst you're working. Now if it is in a stand, another good idea is to get a strap, just to strap around the front wheel and the down tube. And this stops the bars flapping around while you're working and just makes it a lot easier. Okay, so removing the old bar tape is simple. Can be helped with some scissors. Start from the stem side and just cut the insulation tape. And then you can just start to peel away the tape. Okay, so you've bought your new shiny bar tape. Before you go taking it out of the box and rushing to put it on, it's a good idea to warm it up. This just makes it easier to work with, and it gives you a tighter fit when it's on the bars. Right, so whilst the bar tape's warming up on the radiator or in the airing cupboard, it gives you a good opportunity to have a look at the bars with the bar tape off. And what you're checking for really is cracks or corrosion or stress, and also any big lumps of adhesive that's not going to give you a smooth surface that you want to remove. These bars are quite new, so they look fine. So before you put the bar tape on, you're going to need to secure the cables with some insulation tape like this. Okay, with Campag levers, you've got the brake cables which run around the front of the bars and the shift cables which run around the back. If you've got Shimano STI levers, they only have the brake cables concealed at the front. Okay, so all you do is peel back the hoods like this, and you'll see a little channel where the cables are supposed to be routed on the hoods. Get the insulation tape and secure it like that. One near the hoods and one closer to the stem. Now we've got our nice warm tape out of the airing cupboard, it's worth noting that some bar tape is adhesive and some isn't. Now this is adhesive, and you can tell this because it's got a backing strip like this, and this will need removing before you fit the tape. For non-adhesive bar tape, it's a good idea to just get a glue stick and just put a bit of glue on the outer edges of the bar on the bends. And this will just stop the bar tape moving once it's fitted. Now we've got everything prepared, we're ready for fitting. Right, so when you get the bar tape out of the box, you'll see you've got two long strips and two short strips. The short strips are for covering the backs of the brake levers, and the long strips are obviously for covering the main part of the bar. First thing to do, let's get the small strip, remove the adhesive backing, and with the hood cover peeled back, just put it on the back side of the lever. Next, get your long bit of tape and start at the end of the bar, like so. It can make it easier if you stick the end down with some insulation tape first. Now you want to be wrapping the tape in a clockwise direction as you look at the bar end. Make sure there's an overlap of about ½ an inch as shown here, and this excess tape will allow for a nice snug fit for your bar end plug. As you're wrapping the tape round, it should be pulled tightly to give you a nice secure fit, but obviously not so tight that the tape breaks. Overlap the tape by about 1/3 of its width. This amount of overlap should give you enough tape to make it to 2 to 3 inches from the stem, but this will depend on the length of the tape and the size of your bars, so it's always worth doing a dry run with the adhesive backing on to see how the tape will cover. The only real tricky bit is when you get to the brake levers. Wrap right up to the lever and then go under and over as shown, making sure you keep the tape nice and tight. Again, it's worth doing a practice dry run for this bit with the adhesive backing on to make sure that the tape covers everywhere once the hood's peeled down. If you do get any uncovered bits, it's probably due to the short strip on the back of the brake lever not being in the right position, so just adjust this and try again. Once you do get past the brake lever, it's just a case of carrying on, carefully wrapping round until the tape runs out. So the bar tape should end up 2 to 3 inches away from your stem, and then just secure it with some insulation tape like so. Okay, and with the bar tape secured at the stem end, last thing you need to do is put the bar end cap in, and that's simply pushing the tape in into the bar end, and then the bar end cap just traps all the tape in and gives a nice snug fit like so. So all that remains to do is to complete the other side. It's exactly the same procedure, apart from you wrap the tape in an anti-clockwise direction. And if all goes to plan, you should end up with a professional, long-lasting job with no gaps or ridges, and no need to go to the bike shop to get it done. So that's handlebar tape fitting. Not the black art that everybody thinks it is, but it definitely is a case of practice makes perfect.